What's up, y'all? Welcome into the show, MLG Sports Talk. Back again with another one. What's up, Jack? What we doing, man? We got a little show today. You ready?
Yeah, man, I'm ready for it. Just fresh off watching that game. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess we'll get straight to it. Breaking news is now. As you just talked about, TNF. Didn't we call it yesterday? We said take the Broncos. Sean Payton got his revenge back in New Orleans, man. And I expected them to win, but I did not expect this beatdown right here. Did you?
Well, I'm not the person that goes and say I expect it to happen a certain way. I just expect the results. But it was a beatdown. I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. But when you have all your receivers out, when you have your quarterback out, when you have offensive linemen out, you're going against the top five defense. Usually that spells disaster. So offensively, it was a disaster for the Saints. They couldn't really figure it out to the very, very last drive at the end, and that was still held by a penalty. So they're going to go back to the drawing board this week. Again, shout out to the Denver defense. They went out and did what we expected them to do, and then some.
Right.
They even took a TD back to the house off a pick six, so they know what they're doing. I can see why they set down Patrick Surtain this week. He had a concussion. He didn't need to play this game. They knew exactly what they were doing. So great coaching by Sean Payton. Like they said, the team with the better coach, the slightly more veteran quarterback by a couple weeks. I mean, they're both rookies, but obviously Bo Nix is more prepared out there. So results how we expected.
Yeah, and don't look now. Denver Broncos are knocking on the door, trying to make a playoff push this season. I mean, who would have thought that with Bo Nix, a rookie quarterback? One of those rookie quarterbacks that nobody is really talking about because, we got Jaden Daniels. We got Caleb Williams out there in Chicago. But Bo Nix, he's a good game manager. Sean Payton, he's not putting him into any position to where he has to do anything drastic. So, like you said, great coaching, great defense over there. It's looking good for the Broncos. And I'm looking at their schedule. It's about to get rough after this next game. They got Carolina, but then they got two tough road games. They got to go at Baltimore and at KC. So
Those could be back to back, but if they could steal one of those,
whoa.
I mean, that'd be crazy. That's a good test of their defense, but I mean, their offenses have to come to play definitely in Kansas City. So, going against that defense, the Kansas City defense is better than the Ravens this year so far. But yeah, I can see where they're trying to get these wins right now.
Definitely. Let's talk about something else. This was breaking news before the game, actually. Saint Shaheed, he's out for the season. Another blow there for the Saints. I think they had somebody else get injured this game, a linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. So it's looking bad for the Saints. I'll let you talk about it. I'm going to check their schedule right now to see what games they got on tap coming up.
Yeah, I mean, again, great receiver. He was beating a lot of people deep this year. I mean, that was a big weapon for them. So that's a hit. That's a blow. But again, everybody's out, so I'm not sure what they're going to do. Is this team tanking? Are they going to try to draft the quarterback? Are they going to stick with Carr when he gets back? Can they get a win before he gets back? I mean, it seems like these next 2 weeks even,
right,
are big for them because if they lose two more, it's a wrap for their season. I mean, they're 2-5 now, right?
Yeah, 2-5 on the season, and then they go on the road at the Chargers, which is not gonna be an easy game. It's easier than what they've been playing, but Chargers still they're a physical team, and the Saints they don't like to tackle, man, especially in the secondary. So that's gonna be a tough one if Herbert is healthy that game. But then they got the Panthers on tab. They can get that W. Hopefully Carr comes back, and then the Browns and Rams. So they got a few easy games coming up. So we'll see when Carr comes back what they're gonna do. But like you said, it's not looking good in New Orleans right now. All right, let's talk about this. Malik Neighbors clears concussion protocol this week. He will be playing, suiting up for the Giants against the Eagles. Do you think that will help the Giants this week facing off against those Eagles?
Uh, Defensively, the Eagles are playing, I would say, barely okay this year. So, yeah, I mean, having Malik Neighbors back, receiver like that, a number one, a killer on the field. He goes the highest point to get the ball. He comes towards you to get the ball. His catch radius is everywhere. He goes for it. Of course, that's a plus. Um, that's going to open it up for pretty much everyone else out there. Daniel Jones will have a better day than he did, last week. I still look for the Eagles to go ahead and get a win. But it is going to open up for a player like Wandale Robinson, underneath all those underneath routes. But, yeah, I mean, the Eagles offensively, if they could just take control, I would say, time of possession in this game, it won't matter. Because it shouldn't, right? The Giants, I mean, this is a team that is now projected to finish last in the division, right? Since the Commanders have figured it out. I mean,
yeah.
So they shouldn't be winning pretty much any of their division games. But again, this is a rivalry. Giants Eagles is always a rivalry game. That's crazy. It's always shenanigans that happen. It always is to the wire. But I'm looking for the Eagles, which is more of my team in the NFL. If I want to be a fan, right? To go get a blowout win. That's how it should go. Jalen Hurts, right the ship, go do his thing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do favor the Eagles in this game. I wanted to take it as a best bet, but like you said, this is a rival game as always. Also, Singletary may come back. I still don't think that gives them the edge.
Tyrone Tracy, I mean, again, having Neighbors there opens it up for him, as a running back that was actually a receiver, I think, in college, right? And then he switched him to running back. So that's why he's played so well. Not only can they hand the ball off to him, he's a receiving threat back there. So I guess getting Singletary back, having Neighbors, they have weapons. It's not like they're I think Daniel Jones has taken a bad rap because the talking heads in the media. I like to make fun of Daniel Jones sometimes, but he's actually a decent quarterback. I know, but look, he is actually a decent quarterback. If you think about it,
I see why
there's some horrible quarterbacks.
Yeah. I see why he got the money, bro. Yeah, I agree.
And if you think about it, it's crazy to say because we're talking about like tens of millions of dollars, right? He only had $40 million a year compared to some people that are getting sick, and it's crazy to say that. So, he's running for his life out there. Hey, if you get paid $40 million to run for your life, hey, you got to sign up to play the role.
Yeah, I would sign up too as well. Even if I'm throwing interceptions, if you're going to give me the money, hey, I'm going to take it and run. Just like Danny Dimes, baby, So Let's move on. We're going to take a quick commercial break, get back to the best bets. Let's get it.
Been at it all day, shit feeling like it's non-stop. Third party hit my line saying it's the last drop. Check my Robin Hood going up like a hilltop. Drinking fresh juice, strawberry with the sour side. Before it materialized, I'm thinking abstract. Protecting all the music with BMI on the ass cap. 40 on pump 2, then tighten the gas cap. Life throws you ups and the downs just like the NASDAQ. Before it materialized, I'm thinking
All right, we're back. My favorite time of the week here, best bets. NFL week 7. Who would have thought already it's week 7? College is week 8. I might drop some college picks for you guys tomorrow because last week I was on fire. Might as well give the people some love. First game here I got is Green Bay -2.5. And I know they're at home and they're facing off against the Houston Texans, which is a great team. The Texans, don't get me wrong. I have nothing bad to really say about this team. But one big factor and one key factor is the home field advantage for Green Bay in this game. I looked at the weather report. It looks like slight rain is in the forecast. Houston's a dome team. I don't think they'll fare well against this team on the road. I don't see it, man. I just don't see how you come out here to Lambeau Field. Jordan Love has been looking better and better under the radar. I like Green Bay here. It's looking like Houston is a public dog. Line came out at 3 and a hook. It's got all the way back down to 2 and a hook. So I'm taking the value with Green Bay. And yeah, that's the first pick on this one. Second pick, I got KC +2. Now, they're facing off against the Niners. And I know everybody's Super Bowl revenge. Super Bowl revenge that. I know. But you can't forget. Remember what Mahomes said. Do not put me as an underdog against anyone. And here we go. Mahomes is an underdog, right? So I'm going to listen to Mahomes in this case. He owns the 49ers, 4-0 against them all time. They just seem to not be able to beat this guy. Not to mention that McCaffrey's out, right? He's still out, right, Jack? Am I wrong, or is he still out? If you can look that up. As long as McCaffrey's out, I got to take KC here with the value, with the plus money. I know it may seem like a trap. The whole world might be on KC, but I do not care. I'm taking KC in this game, plus the 2. All right, New York Jets. Man, this team has been disappointing on the season, but they're heading out to Pittsburgh. They're laying 2. And I know Russell Wilson is coming back this week, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't care if it's Fields, if it's Russell Wilson, if it's Sierra, if it's Future. I really don't care who's the quarterback. The Jets need this game. Devontae Adams will show up. I don't know if he'll score a TD because I'm sure everybody's betting on that prop. But the Jets get this game in the bag. And the main reason why is the Steelers can't score. I know the Jets have been struggling in the red zone, but I think things will open up because of Devontae Adams being there with Lazard on the other side, maybe Wilson. They're going to have to win this game. Breece Hall, I'm looking for a big game from him. So I like this. I'm going to recap these 3 picks for you guys. I've been going 2-1 on the show every week. Jack is having some technical difficulties, so hopefully he comes back in. But yeah, I'm going to recap for you guys. Green Bay -2.5, facing off against CJ Stroud. I got the Kansas City Chiefs +2. Got to take the Chiefs with the value. I know it's a little scary. Super Bowl revenge, but I'm taking the Chiefs. And last but not least, we're going to give the Jets another try here. Jets -2, facing off against the Steelers. I know Russell Wilson's going to come back, but he might be a little rusty. And the Jets need this win, or it's going to be a long, rough season for them. So, yeah, man, as we wait, we'll wait for Jack to get back in here. Maybe I'll look for some college plays for you guys real quick. Matter of fact, I got one for you right now. I like LSU minus let's see what it is right now. LSU -1.5. Okay. Let me add this for you guys. Extra pick, LSU -1.5. They're facing off against Arkansas. And the reason I like LSU in this game, it's a tough game because Arkansas always plays LSU tough, right down to the wire. But LSU, I think they got some positive momentum coming off that overtime win against Ole Miss last week. Yeah, they're back out on the road, but I just believe in Nussmeier and the quarterback and the coach Brian Kelly to have his team ready to get this rivalry win. So LSU bonus pick. I had to give him a bonus pick, Jack, because I know we had technical difficulties.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that was your bonus pick?
Yeah, that was my bonus pick. So what did you think about my 3 picks for this week? Go over that.
I couldn't even hear anything because I was phasing in and out. But Green Bay -2.5. I mean, I like it. KC, they should win, right?
Right.
Underdogs again. It's crazy to me that they could still be underdogs after the run they've been on. But I think I feel like that's Vegas playing with everybody's mentality and mental there.
Right.
Psychological kind of odds. So. Yeah, they should get that. And then NJ.
That's
NJY,
the Jets.
Yankees,
Jets
the Jet. Oh, that was already done, right? Oh, no, it's not. That's this weekend. I mean, they should win too. I mean, I love it. It seems like that's a 3-teamer, if not a 2-teamer on the last 2, from the heavens, if you ask me.
Yeah. It's looking like a 3-0 week. Hopefully, I don't want to jinx it, but we've been going 2-1 in every week, so let's make it 3-0. Now let's get to your fighters of the week. What you got cooking over there?
Yeah, fighter of the week, baby. I have a little two-team for everybody to I would say to bring this into one matchup because these are a little bit more of higher odds we're working with. Well, when we combine both, we can get that down to a nice minus 140. Francis Ngannou, I know he's coming off a knockout loss in boxing, um, but this guy's a beast. He's a heavyweight. When it comes to the UFC, where kicking's involved, wrestling's involved, even though he's not a wrestler, it's just a different type of a fight. And the guy he's fighting in the PFL, it's just not the same talent level as the UFC. Still great fighters, don't get me wrong, but there's like a different level when you're going to the UFC side of the bracket. This guy that he's going against, he's huge. He's a bigger guy. I think he's 6'8". But again, he's going to move slower. He's slower than Ngannou. He's going to get that win. And heavyweights, usually it's a knockout. He most likely will knock him out, but I'm not the guy that's going to tell people to pick a knockout or pick a submit or pick it going the distance and all these things. I just say take a person to win outright. Parlay it with one other thing that makes sense to you. I think that always makes the most sense to me. So Francis Ngannou is going to win. I would say 90% in my mind on that fight. With that, I would go to UFC this weekend. We have a fight night. Great guy, Kyle Phillips. He only has 2 losses on his record. He's a younger cat, scrappier type of a fighter. He knows what he's doing in the cage. And again, the guy he's going against is more of a perennial loser. I think he's lost his last 2 fights in a row. Then he got a win, and then he lost 3 fights in a row. Again, this is one of those that you really even have to watch this matchup. Just turn it on, see what happened, kind of a thing after we look at it. And again, I'm not under the mentality where what you should do is be betting every single bet, every single day, every single week. I think it makes more sense to, if there's not a lot of action and you don't like what you're looking at, don't even worry about all those things. If you have 2 fighters or 2 people that you like or 2 picks that you like, just go with those and don't even worry about chasing, things that aren't already yours, right? What is it? There's a saying, 2 in the hand, 1 in the bush, something like that. Bird in the hand, something like that. Anyway, that's my mentality when I'm looking at the fights this week. Again, next week we got Ilya Tempura coming up against Max Holloway, and that card is stacked. I tell you what, all the pick guys are going to tell you all these crazy picks, but I'm just going to tell you ahead of time what my pick will be. And I would say everybody should put all their money on Ilya Tempura, but I'll tell you that next week. But that's what I got for everybody when it comes to fight of the week.
Yeah, I like that. I like that 2-teamer close to even money. Just lay it with the juice. Hey, as long as it wins, I'll take the minus 140. And great information you gave the people right there. You don't have to take every bet. If you're not feeling it, don't bet it. It's always something tomorrow. It's always another game. It's always another fight. It's always another match. Hey, you're around with this sports betting stuff nowadays, so just take your time with it. Build your bankroll and save your money. Another week will be here. And speaking of another week, hey, we're done this week, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I can drop a NFL rundown, for sure some college. I'll give you guys some more picks tomorrow. So check out for that. In the meantime, in between time, let's get this cash, y'all.
This is not financial advice. Yeah. Nah, I don't judge. Eat how you gonna eat, keep it legit. And please don't bother me, rather in advance. Or you hit the lottery, buy new commodities.